Hi guys, I'm Gunther, the guy behind Trepidation and Contempt. Thought I'd do something different today because I've been away for a long time. I'm going to do my top 5 favourite films of 2011. There's been some great films this year, but as you'll see, I've tried to narrow it down to 5. So do leave some comments and feedback on the films that I've put on the list as well as the video itself, because this is completely new to me. But sit back and enjoy my picks for the year. So it's Tintin at number 5, one of my favourite animated films of the year. Steven Spielberg, I felt, did a great job with the source material. Have heard some critics criticise, obviously them being critics, for not following Hergé's works to a T, and that it doesn't, in fact, comment on the social structure of the time, which, to be honest, I think is a load of bollocks. I think that this is a great introduction for a new generation to Tintin. It's got some fantastic action sequences, which are, in my view, reminiscent very much of Indiana Jones. Snowy the dog is such an endearing character. Absolutely loved him all the way through the film. Gets himself into all manner of escapades, but voice work, brilliant. Animation, fantastic. Action, great. Overall, 10 out of 10, recommend this to anyone who's got a fleeting interest in Tintin. Okay, so at number 4 is Palmo Almodovar's highly stylised art house horror The Skin I Live In, starring Antonio Banderas and Elena Anya, two terrific performances which embodies the tale of a eminent plastic surgeon who is trying to synthesize a new skin which can be resistant to mosquitoes, burns, and other such things. But to do this, he has a mysterious woman locked up in his mansion upstairs, and the mystery unravels from there. And I can tell you now, it's a fantastic film with twists and turns that will seriously test your empathy for some of the characters in the film. And I mean it when I say this, do not let anyone tell you anything about the film before you watch it. Absolutely fantastic, scared the pants off me, disturbed me, unsettled me. Absolutely. Okay, so number 3 is Senna, which documents the life of the great Formula One driver Ayrton Senna. It's a telling portrait of a man who was driven to succeed, and nothing could stand in his path, including the threat of death. And it really is quite, at times, quite a scary outlook on a man who didn't seem to fear anything. But more than that, it's about a man in his private life, his willingness to give so much to so many people in Brazil, all his efforts in terms of charity work and the like. But I would say that for anyone who's sceptical about watching it because it's about Formula One, it really isn't about Formula One. It's more about the man himself, the whole aura that was about him, and how he managed to instill pride in the Brazilian people again. Absolutely fantastic. Seek it out now. It's on DVD. Okay, so at number 2 is Richard Ayoade's debut, Submarine. It tells the tale of a young Oliver Tate in high school in Swansea who aims to lose his virginity to the archetypal girl next door, whilst also trying to hatch a plan to get his parents to reconcile with one another. Absolutely fantastic film, great cinematography, fantastic cast, including Paddy Considine, who, you know, I worship the ground that guy walks on. But full of humour, brevity, warmth. The themes that are in the film are ultimately timeless. It really is a truly heartwarming and personal movie, that you can tell that the filmmakers essentially put a lot of time and effort into. Really deserves your attention. I'd argue it's probably one of the best romantic comedies in years. But yeah, seek it out, it's on DVD. One is Douglas Wheatley's Kill List. Went to see this a couple of months ago. It's arguably one of the most frightening horror films I've ever seen. It tells the tale of a man who's been off work for a while with back problems, needs to get some bread on the table, so asks his friend whether there's any work, and it transpires that he is actually a hitman. They work together to eliminate 3 targets on what's called a kill list. However, events quickly spiral out of control, and Jay and Gal soon realise that they're in well over their heads. A very mysterious film, brings in topics such as the cult and all manner of horrible imagery, but one of the most innovative films I've seen in a while. Very daring cinematography, unbelievable cast, just the unbelievable and suffocating nature of the tension that was in the screening, I've got to admit was very palpable, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. But I would warn you, this is an extremely violent film, not for the faint-hearted, but at the same time, if you want to be scared senseless out of your wits, I most certainly recommend this film. Great British film, unbelievable. Hi, so I hope you enjoyed that list. Tried to mix it up a bit. I do appreciate that there are some very, very large omissions from that list, including, as I said, one of my favourite films of the year, Drive. I weighed it up though, and to be honest, if I'd have put Drive in, my list would have been too, top heavy with violence and gratuity. So yeah, I thought I'd balance it out on principle. But anyway, Oscar buzz. Gotta say that I haven't seen The Artist yet, but I understand that the Weinstein Company, which is run by Harvey Weinstein, who some of you may know, drums up publicity and marketing for the Oscars, and he seems to be behind The Artist, so I'm assuming that'll walk away with loads of awards. Films that I'd love to see gain some sort of attention from the Academy, which I don't think will happen, is The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, which is the American remake of the Swedish version of the book. Got to admit, I was really impressed with it. Did bring something different to the table, which some critics may say it didn't, but I certainly think it did. It changed the motivations for particular characters, and I thought Fincher did a great job with it, especially with the styling of the film. But yeah, other films I'd like to see. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy has been nominated for a lot of awards at the BAFTAs. I understand that American audiences haven't received it as well. I'm assuming they were expecting a James Bond-a-thon, and they simply didn't get it. The film Shame, I'd love to see Michael Fassbender be nominated and go on to win Best Oscar for that role, but to be honest, I think it's too daring, too taboo for them to even think about nominating him. I think that's a great shame. I understand The Descendants is a very good film, haven't seen it yet, but I do like the director's previous work. He did stuff like About Schmidt, which is a terrific film with Jack Nicholson. Seek it out if you want. But yeah, I can't really see, unless there's some liberals on the panel, I can't see The Artist not coming away with loads of awards, even though I haven't seen it. You can just tell reading articles and watching the Golden Globes, which to some people is seen as a yardstick for the Oscars. Actually, to a vast majority of people is, but definitely wouldn't be surprised with The Artist. Tinker Tailor, I'd love to see get a few. Also, Nicholas Winding Refn's Drive, which, as I said, is one of my favourite films of the year. I don't think Kill List is going to get anywhere near that, but yeah, I'm sure it will be the same boring old tripe that gets the awards. But yeah, so I hope you've enjoyed the list, and I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please do comment on it. If not on the site, do on YouTube. But yeah, I'll leave that to you. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be doing a review after the Oscars, hopefully on The Artist. So watch out for that on the site. So remember, contemporarts.blogspot.com is the site. You can catch me on Facebook, or likewise you can catch me on Twitter. But yeah, have a good one, guys.